Every year, a graduating class selects a salutatorian to look back on the 4 years and to say farewell. This year's salutatorian is Sebastian Dalvand.
Good morning. As Dr. Imperial limps back to his seat, I would just like to say you did a fabulous job of covering the bald spot this morning. Good morning, St. Mary's. Good morning. Good morning to the Board of Trustees, Mr. Puck, the administration, the faculty, and of course all the parents. And I would like to give a special thank you for these past 4 years and all the memories to the class of 2021. Thank you. Thank you for cheering. I didn't know if you would. Now they say that hindsight is 20/20, but I'm nearsighted, so it's more like 15/20 for me. Much better. Today we celebrate the class of 2021. We celebrate the fact that the most awkward phase of our lives is over, and we have emerged from it better than we came in. Take a minute to think about it. You entered this place as children, with high-pitched voices, braces, and terrible haircuts, and you leave as adults, ready to face the head monster that is college. Now, some of you still have some terrible haircuts, by the way, but I won't mention that in front of your parents. But today isn't just about remembering how you came in. It's about remembering how you changed while you were here as well. You entered your class, and everyone was so quiet and shy and awkward, except for the prospect kids. Y'all talked way too much, I swear. How over time, you started talking to the people around you, and how you made the friends who sit next to you today. At the end of today's celebration, I want you to thank your friends. Thank them for telling you which room Frady's 323 is. Thank them for helping you get through those AP classes, or that one trimester we had track, and also teachers who gave 4 hours of homework a night. Above all, though, thank them for helping you get through this past year, when everything was shut down, and the only choices you faced were to hop on a call with your friends or spend time with your family. Getting sick just thinking about it. The virus has weighed on all of us this year, so I didn't want to talk too much about it. But we do have to acknowledge it, to acknowledge the lives that have been lost. Many of us have lost loved ones this past year. We have not only lost loved ones, but time as well. I know I don't just speak for myself when I say that I barely learned anything over Zoom. Every class was a challenge to listen to. For those of you in Group C, I don't know how you guys made it. But in addition to our learning, we have lost little things. Seeing your friends in between classes, waiting in line with 40 other people just to get a cookie at break, being able to go off campus for lunch, going to football games, basketball games, soccer games, spirit rallies. We have lost out on a huge portion of our senior year, and above all, we have not gathered as a whole community like this in so long. Having lost out on so much can be depressing. It is depressing, but it also makes those moments we were able to have so much more valuable. I want you to remember those moments before the world turned upside down. Remember Founders Day, freshman year. EJ, I will always remember you taking down half the football team in those bubble fights. Buying candy bars at break. If you know. Trust falls, Dante. Watching both our boys and girls basketball teams make the state championship last year. And the last moments that we were able to have free and unmasked before the world turned upside down. Remember freshman orientation when we were so young and immature that we had to be reminded several times just to walk to get lunch? Brother David, I walk to every line now, just in case you're watching. Remember the first time you had Dr. Imperial as a teacher and how much of an eye-opener it was. AP World, we are forever bonded by the fact that we never did finish Agora. Remember having push-up competitions with Fig and Pally and sneaking out at junior retreat before the world turned upside down. While those memories are ones I will definitely treasure, they are not the first thing I think of when it comes to this class. When I think of the class of 2021, what I will remember the most is how unfailingly kind all of you are. You are all the most accepting, friendly people that I have ever met. I've never experienced an environment quite like this, where everyone knows everyone, and everyone is so nice to one another. Thank you all for continuing to be so kind, even in this year where the world turned upside down. This pandemic has tested us in so many ways. And unlike college admissions this year, life is not test optional. We have gone without a senior sunrise, homecoming, and proper sports seasons, to name but a few. But we have passed these tests. We're standing here today, aren't we? And thanks to the efforts of our student government, we were able to have some good times this year. Movie nights, senior awards, and a prom, which definitely seemed unlikely when the year started. We even got to throw an after party or two, though I'm sure Dr. Imperial, Ms. Molinelli, and the COVID safety team wish it were otherwise. But the pandemic has brought more than just doom and gloom. It has brought real social, political, and economic change. Some of that change has been bad, as I mentioned, but a lot of it has been good. How many of you in the crowd attended a protest, joined an activist group, or became more educated than you ever thought you would be in the past year? I know I did. Change seems like a far-off thing until it's right on top of us. I'm here to tell you today that change is here, right now, right on top of us. Positive, real, tangible change is coming if it is not already here. We are the ones making that happen. We are becoming the change that we want to see in the world. Our generation has been through it more than most. 2 depression-level economic crises, a global pandemic, and the increasing effects of climate change have all shown their faces before we even turned 18. But we have survived them so far. So today, while some of those forces are still around, celebrate the fact that you are here and alive and well, for the most part. Celebrate and remember. Remember the times we had before the pandemic. Remember the times we had during it. And most importantly, remember that no matter what you do or where you go from here, you are a Panther for life. Now, I started this by saying that hindsight is 20/20. It is, but it is also 2019, 2018, and even 2017, as cursed as that year was. Those are the years that you have spent roaming the halls of this place. Now, some of you came later, and some who started with us have left. But everyone here knows this campus and the people of it inside and out, even if you occasionally have to ask which one Frady's 323 is. Thank you.